Hey guys, what's up? Coach Mack, Play Fast Football. Today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I got a request from one of our followers about doing something on the wing tee, and it's somebody who's located in or around the Seattle area in the Pacific Northwest, and said they see a lot of wing tee teams, and what they're interested in is they wanted to know why so many people like the wing tee, and you know what is attractive to so many people about the wing tee. So I went out and did some research and talked to a few people I know that understand the wing tee and that know the ins and outs of the wing tee. And then I talked to some people on Twitter and some other places about the wing tee, why they use it, why they like it, and you know, gonna push forward from there. Those that know, I'm not a wing tee guy. You know, not really anything against it. My biggest knock on it is you don't see it on Saturday, and when people are making $7 million a year and they want to keep those jobs and winning is at the utmost highest priority, I always question things that I don't see on Saturday. With that being said, we don't play on Saturdays. High school is a Friday night game, and you know, it's a scheme that's been around for a very long time. I have lost several games to wing tee teams. I have beaten several wing tee teams. I've been on both ends of the spectrum. And, you know, I can say that when I first started as a head coach in 1999, I used to see 3 or 4 wing tee teams a year on the schedule. And now in 2017, I don't see one true wing tee team on our schedule in the Northeast Florida area. There still are some people around that run it, and there still are some teams that are very, very good at running it. So, you know, it's still around. I guess it just depends maybe on what part of the country you're in or where you're at, how much of it you really see. But, you know, I wanted to go into at least answering the question that this one follower wanted to know about, you know, why do you see, you know, or why do they see the wing tee so much, or why do people like wing tee? All right, so here's what I came up with in asking some of the people that I know. All right, number one, it's got proven success. It's won state titles. I don't think anybody can argue that there's been several state titles won at the high school level with wing tee offenses, and there's still in 2017 will be several state titles running wing tee offenses. So there's no doubt that it's got proven success. Two, all right, it's good with undersized linemen. You know, a lot of times in high school you really can't control the types of players that you have on your team, although in the state of Florida, it's now gotten to most of the better teams in the state of Florida do control who's on their team. If they don't have the linemen they need to win, they're going to go out and find them. And I don't know how it is in your state or where you coach, but if it is the way high school football is supposed to be and you don't really control the types of linemen that come to your school, you've got to make the most with what you've got, so it's a good offense to run with undersized linemen. You can win without a great quarterback. Again, if you're in public high school and you're playing with the kids that are enrolled at your school, you don't always know when you're going to have a gunslinger. You don't always know when you're going to have a 6'3" kid that can spin it the way you want to spin it. All right, so in the wing tee system, it's good to know that you can win with a system that is not based solely around the quarterback play. All right, so it's good to know that you can have a system that can win regardless of whether or not you have a great quarterback or you don't have a great quarterback. If you do have a very good quarterback, I still think you can use them in the system and break out into some different things. I think people that branch out of the wing tee and are able to throw the ball and do some other things, that to me is the most complicated of all the wing tee schemes or wing tee coaches that I've ever seen. So if you do have a good quarterback, it doesn't mean you don't run this scheme. It just means it makes the scheme even better. All right? It's great misdirection built in. All right? The package already has great misdirection built in, and that's one of the things that makes the wing tee so tough to defend. Really is a 3-back offense, and it's got plays that are built in with misdirection and a lot of great eye candy and a lot of great things that give high school defenses fits. So I think that's definitely a bonus. All right, team-orientated attack. All right, what that means, or a team-oriented attack, what that means is you can attack with multiple players. You don't need 1 to 2 superstars. You can win with 4 to 5 good players as opposed to 1 to 2 superstars. Obviously, if you've got 3 superstar backs in that system, then you're probably going to be very tough to defend. But you can win with solid players, all right? And you can start to see a little bit of the trend in the first couple answers. Undersized linemen, don't need a great quarterback, team-oriented attack. Those are types of things that people look at in a high school setting, because a lot of times you are going to be dealt with situations where you don't have huge linemen, you don't have a great quarterback, you don't have stud running backs or stud X and Z receivers. You can win in this system, all right, with good high school players. All right, it's multi-formational. All right, and it comes from the huddle. So some of the guys I talk to like the fact that it comes from the huddle and it's multi-formational. So now you have less time to line up to the formations, as opposed to the up-tempo spread teams that you see out there. They're kind of lining up in formations much like I do, and you get a chance to line up to those formations. Now, the tempo guys would tell you that you're going to get less of a chance to line up to the formations because we want to run plays quicker. But the wing T guys, or the guys coming from the huddle, would argue that they're coming from the huddle with their formations. You don't get a chance to see them. You can't line up to them as easy as you can to spread stuff that is no huddle. All right. Great blocking angles to go with the undersized lineman. It's really a down-down kick scheme. All right, usually a down-down kick with a puller. Utilizes a lot of down blocks, a lot of gap blocks, a lot of great leverage. And guys like the fact that you can get good leverage on those running plays and create great angles for your offensive linemen, especially if they are undersized linemen, okay? All right, package plays with same action. A lot of times if you study any wing T football or guys that were great wing T coaches, it's sequential sequence football. All right, the plays are packaged together off of the same action, and I'm going to draw in what I know about a few of the plays, and you know, some of you wing T guys out there, forgive me if I don't draw it up the exact same way, or I don't draw it up to your liking. I'm going to draw it up to the best of my ability to show you how certain plays have the same action, and you have 3 to 4 plays built in off the same action. Looks the same to the defense, but you're running other things to attack. And by sequential play calling or series play calling, what I mean is a lot of the times when guys call games in a wing T, a lot of times what will happen is they're going to run a certain play and see who makes the tackle. And then off of that, who's making that tackle, they're going to come back with another play and say, okay, well, if that guy's making a tackle over the top, we're going to come back with this play here. Or if that guy's making the play there, we're going to come back with this play here. Or if that's how they're rolling guys down to defend this, we're going to come back with this play action pass. So it is a series-based sequential type offense, and I think it's, to me sometimes I think it's easier to groom play callers in a system like that than it is in maybe an up-tempo spread, more of a freewheeling type offense or a high-octane type offense. This offense is I think a good wing T guy can get some younger guys to understand the system and understand how to attack defenses. So I think in a way it could be a little bit better in a wing T system. You might be able to groom a staff a little bit better and take some young guys and make them good play callers in the wing T system if they understand the plays, formations, packages, and who they're trying to affect and how to answer what certain people are doing on defense. All right, and the last one is today it's actually different. All right, if you run the wing T, at least in Northeast Florida, if you run the wing T offense, you're actually going to be different than 95 or 90% of the other teams out there. So it's tough to prepare for in 4 days when it's that different. You know, like I said, in '99, I would play 4 wing T teams a year. It's not that different. Now I don't play any on my schedule right now that are true wing T teams. So if I had to defend one, I only have 4 days to get my kids ready to defend it. Now we play one team that does some wing T things out of the shotgun, and they had a very good, solid season this year. They won 6 games this year and did some great things on offense. And you know, in 4 days they were a little bit tougher to defend, but they're not wholesale wing T, so it, you know, I think if you were wholesale wing T, it'd be even tougher to defend. All right, but we only see that team's shotgun version of the wing T, and that's all we see. So it's not as difficult, you know, as seeing maybe 4 or 5 of them a year, and then you only have 4 days each week. All right, to defend them. So those are the things that I've compiled from the different people that I know. Why teams would run wing T, why guys like wing T. I'm going to give you the same opinion I give to everybody else about coaching. A lot of wing T guys that are wing T guys, they're wing T guys because that's what they know. It's what they've studied. It's what they're comfortable doing. And a lot of those guys aren't comfortable branching out from the wing T to do other things. I think the guys that have branched out from the wing T to get into some passing concepts and maybe even into some tempo world, I think those guys that are wing T guys that have branched out and morphed the wing T into an offense that is blended with some other things, I think those guys are even tougher to stop. The guys that are true wing T guys, and a couple of guys that I played throughout my years, they were true Wing T, sequential series football, if you could stop 2 or 3 things, you had a pretty good chance to stop them. If you had as good of players as they had, you had a very good chance to stop them. If they had good players and you didn't, you probably weren't going to stop them. But they weren't real hard to defend because you knew what was coming out of each set, and based on, you know, the formations and tendencies, you knew what was coming. Guys that have been able to break away from that style and be more multi-formational, add some motion in, and then add some newer passing wrinkles and formations in, that style wing T, to me, is way tougher to defend. Okay, so if we take a look at what we mean by, you know, when we say that plays are packaged, and there's a lot of offenses like this nowadays, it's not just a wing T, but what we're saying is a lot of the plays will look the same, all right, or they'll have the same look to them, and they can be different plays within the same look. All right. Yes, we'll draw it up. 4-3 was. Really can't tell you. I'm going to draw it up generically. Really can't tell you. If you want to know what they see more often, you'd have to talk to wing T guys about what kind of defenses they see more often. So I'm just going to draw it up generically. But, you know, to start off, you have off of, you know, if you study old school wing T football, you got power series, you got the belly series, and you got the sweep series. All right, so I am not a wing T connoisseur, so I'm going to give you some of the things that I know and some of the things I've looked at, all right, in defending it in the past. So, you know, it may not be part of, quote unquote, their traditional sweep series, all right, but what I'm going to tell you is, all right, one of the things you will get from wing T teams that the teams I used to play all the time, one of the first things you would get, all right, is you would get, all right, fullback trap. And to me, you could do anything you want on the backside of it there. That's irrelevant to me. You would get fullback trap, all right, they would trap the 3 technique. Fullback would run the trap in there, and then you would get the same buck sweep action from that tailback right there, okay? And then on the backside, I don't know if they climb that. All right, but you would get fullback trap, all right, with a pulling guard, and you would get a tailback action towards the buck sweep. Okay? Some of the schools, depending on the fronts that they see, if they could possibly get to it, maybe they get the tight end there and they get the tackle there and they false pull, all right, the front side guard. Those were always the tougher teams to defend, teams that could false pull, so they would run the trap, all right, with a false pull on the 3 technique, get the 3 technique to widen, all right. If they felt like they didn't need the front side guard in part of the scheme, they could get the front side guard out, get the 3 technique to widen, get linebackers to run with pullers, 3 technique widens, and then you hit the trap up inside. Again, not telling you that's exactly how it's blocked. I'm sure there's going to be guys that post comments. You know, they're going to post comments at the bottom of the video and go, Coach, that's not how I would block the trap. I get it. That's not how you would block the trap. I understand that's not how you would block the trap. But if that's going to be your comment, God bless you, because that means you watched the video. So I'm all for it. All right. Coming off the trap. All right. Then the next thing you would get is you would get the buck sweep. All right. So if they are running the trap and you can stop the trap, or if they want to make the trap more effective, all right, you'll get the buck sweep coming next, which will have the same action. So you'll get, all right, some type of, you'll get down blocks, down blocks, down blocks. You'll get a pull and a kick. You'll get a pull and a wrap or a cleanup. You'll get the same trap action from the fullback with the tailback going on the buck sweep. All right, and now you've got same as action as the trap, because the fullback's doing the same thing, tailback's doing the same thing, and now the ball is actually going to get out there on the perimeter with the buck sweep. So same as action packaged together with the trap play. Now you have same as action with the buck sweep. Again, not telling you how it would be blocked, not telling you, all right, how teams are going to block that. I'm just telling you that it's basically a pin and pull type of down kick where you got a down block here, all right, depending on if the end was more of an inside shade, then maybe you get down by the tight end, wing to Mike linebacker, all right, but you're going to get down, back, pull kick, pull wrap and clean up, all right, 2 guards out there on the buck sweep play. And then off of the buck sweep and the trap, okay, same as action again, All right, again, within the series play calls, sequential play calls. All right, same as action. All right, now you'll get the waggle off the same as action. So now what you'll get is you'll get fullback through and then out to the flat. Okay, I never really understood why the wing T guys do this, but most of the times when you're playing wing T teams, you'll get down blocks and a guard pulling to the waggle. All right, and sometimes both guards out to the waggle. Fullback, same as, go to the flat. All right, you can get post corner here. You can get drag here. All right, with some type of stare or over route there. I'm really not sure exactly what they do on the backside. All right, but it's a waggle theory, so they're going to try and create 3 levels. You're going to get a flat. You're going to get an over the top route. You know, this corner, this could be a comeback. It could be anything you want, but the bottom line is same as action where you get fullback flat, tailback buck, and now you've got quarterback fake fullback, fake buck, waggle out. So you've got 3 plays off the same as action. I never understood why they pull the guard to the waggles, because to me that takes you to the football, but most of the wing T teams I've played, that's what they do, and again, they're very successful with it. I'm not here to question it. I'm just telling you, if it was me, same as action, I may even pull the guard's buck sweep away and let my quarterback come out naked. If I got a guy upstairs telling me that the waggle's there, I'd rather my quarterback come out naked, all right, with that waggle off the buck. I think that's a better play, all right, but this is what I've seen from wing T guys, okay? Then you'll get, all right, you know, to the weak side, you'll get kind of, I believe it's part of their belly series. And again, I know I'm going to get blasted by guys on here because I don't block it exactly right, but you'll get their, all right, you'll get their belly series, which again, all comes from same as action. So a lot of the times you'll get motion from this wing on this side. All right, you'll get some type of down block, cross kick out here. You're going to get the wing leading up on the ISO. All right, I'm assuming that somebody's got to get to the mic, and then on the backside, again, really couldn't tell you how they block it on the backside, but you're going to get the wing in motion coming this way. You're going to get usually the fold cross block. All right, insert that fullback up on the inside, and you'll get the fullback belly play, which to me is a lot like an ISO play. All right, so you get the weak side belly off of that orbit motion by that wing coming to the weak side. All right, then usually after that, all right, and again, I'm sure they block it differently. I'm not, you know, again, I'm not sure exactly how they would block it, but the next thing you're going to get off of that is belly option, where they're going to come out here, and now the quarterback is going to have option with the wing coming back. All right, so off same as. All right, you would get same as action, and then you would get the same motion, belly, same motion, all right, belly option, all right, and then same motion, belly pass, all right, and again, those aren't the exact routes. I don't know what the exact routes are. I know that this one has killed me in the past when I'm playing wing T teams. All right, it would be belly, belly option, and then belly pass. All right, that would be part of that series, same as, make it look the same, run those 3 plays, have you worry about defending the belly, then they come with belly option, then when you play everybody or get 8-man in a box, then you come with belly pass. All right, so those are just 2 simple, all right, sequences of series. They're obviously way more detailed than that. Wing T guys, if you're interested, wing T guys can block them way better than that. All right, they'll have a power series to the tight end side where you'll get power plays to the tight end, and then maybe the down play, and then you'll get the scissors double handoff coming back with the guard and the tight end pulling the crisscross, or you know, whatever they may call that play. So you know, basically it is, you know, it's an offense that has enjoyed a lot of success. It's an offense that people feel like they can win with lesser players. It's an offense that has stood the test of time since about 1950 or somewhere around there, when the original coach at Delaware, I think it was Coach Nelson, when he started it, and then obviously Tubby Raymond took it over because he was on the staff, and then he took it over and took it to new heights. And so, you know, the offense has stood the test of time. It's been around for 70 years. It's won a lot of state titles. You can win with undersized people. It is an effective way to move the football. Lots of great things in there for for the wing tee offense. So hopefully I answered the follower's question on why people like the wing tee. Hopefully I gave them a little bit of an idea on what they're trying to do with the wing tee and why they like it so much. As far as defending it, a lot of different versions of defending it. You got to try and stay balanced to me on both sides, because they do have attacks to the tight end. They do have attacks to the split end. I've gone back and forth with people. Some people like to penetrate against it. Some people like to read because of the moving parts of the guard. Some people don't like penetrating because they feel like they'll get trapped. Some of the guys I talk to think that odd fronts make the angles and make things a little bit tougher when you get a guy on the center. If he can beat up the center a little bit, and they're always trying to get the guards out, and they don't have as many doubles from the guards, which they do have in that offense. I'm not saying they don't, but in some of their schemes, if the center's on an island, they feel like odd fronts can give them a little bit of an issue. And like any other offense, if the defense has better dudes, that's the issue. All right, so again, hopefully this enlightens some people on the wing tee, why people use it. Those of you that are wing tee aficionados, feel free to go ahead and blast whatever you need to blast. I realize that I'm not a wing tee guy, and I probably didn't do it justice with some of the things I drew on the board, and maybe didn't do it justice with some of the things that are some of the reasons I listed as to why you like to run it. Feel free to comment. Feel free to let me know whatever you want. All right. Did this as an answer for somebody that's out there following. I like to take care of the people that have been following and supporting for a long time. So hopefully that answers some of those questions. All right. And as always, guys, wing tee spread won't play well till you play fast. I'll catch you guys next time.